Let me tell you a little tale about the founder Night Home. Hey, the Mad Hermit here, and I have no idea where that accent came from, but I do indeed have a story to tell about the founder Night Home. You see, this home is the original design for backers that pledged at night level during the Kickstarter campaign. Now, in the description for this particular pledge level, it said, "Be the envy of the neighborhood with your upscale early founder Night Home." And the Knights of New Britannia rejoiced when they saw the pictures. They loved this house. But then the Benefactor house was created, and the pre-alpha was released, and people kind of felt that the Benefactor house was better than the founder version. And so the Knights got up in arms and filed their complaints, if you will, and proposed suggestions. And as a tribute to the Shroud of the Avatar team, they listened. They listened at the suggested improvements and they implemented them. So the house you see here is not what founders will be getting after all. They will be getting a redesign of this that creates a little more space in some of the tighter areas and includes some enhancements. For instance, on the second floor here, on the far wall to your left, there's going to be a door there that leads to a second floor balcony above the main entrance, which is certainly a welcome addition. Now, this house, by the way, is not horrible by any means, and if you listen closely to the developers, their goal for this house was to kind of give it an aged look, for founders. Founders were to have an aged look, so it would be clear to other people in New Britannia that these houses had been around for a while. And that kind of was lost on some of the fans of the game, and they just kind of thought it looked run down. So there was just a little bit of a disconnect there, but totally understandable. And again, to the credit of the developers, they took the fans' opinions, the backers' opinions to heart and said, all right, well, let's give them what they want. And so, they've widened this structure a bit. They didn't really create more, they created more space, but they didn't create more space, if you get what I mean. And I mean, they didn't change the footprint of the house, but they did change the layout it tapered from the bottom. They had a tapered design originally, and they kind of straightened that out a bit to create more interior room. Now, the roof is fantastic. I love the roof of this design, and they didn't change it much, which is great. What they did change were the battlements, and you see the battlements. One of the opinions was that these battlements look like the little stick parts or the vertical stone parts were just kind of thin and narrow, didn't have a very strong look to them. And so they've just changed that and made it a lot stronger and nicer. And so this game is evolving. Obviously, this is pre-alpha. Normally, you wouldn't even get to see kind of behind the scenes and the, what's going on while they're making the game. And so that's a privilege we've all been given, and we certainly appreciate it. And when the developers also take the time to make enhancements based on user feedback, you can't ask for anything better. Here's the tapered walls that I was talking about. They just straightened them out in the new design, and we'll see that hopefully in pre-alpha release 2 coming up later this month. But yeah, it's a big building. It fits on a village level lot, which is the smallest lot. So it's probably one of the largest buildings that fits on a village level lot. And that is the original Founders Night Home. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll see you next time.